Hello, everybody who is here and will be here in the future. Just want to let you guys know that it's the 24th today, November 24th, which means that we are having our soft open, which is to say our you can come here now, even though we're not quite done, which is hilarious. But we have stuff here, and so you can come now. I don't know how many live videos it shows that I've tried to do here today, but YouTube has changed a little bit, so I kept screwing up how to do it and then how to take the thumbnail and all this. It's very annoying. I was very frustrated, but we're here now, so hello. Who is here? Let's see, we got Amy, hello. Patty G, hello. Martha, Scott, Smurf, M, Tori, Tammy, Barbara, Renee, who else is here? Let me go to live chat here so I can see everybody's things here. Renee is asking, how's it going today? It's going good. I mean, I just got here, so it's not really going like anything necessarily right now, but I thought, oh, hello, Barbara, Sarah, Tipping Bong, and Nadine. I thought I would just show you kind of what we've been able to bring in. Now, there's more to come, so I will go live again on December 1st when we are like open, if you will. But let me turn this around so that you can see what we have. So I'm sitting behind the desk thing here, which I hate this desk. Oops. Let me get rid of the junk here. I hate this desk, but it's what they had, and so here we are. We made the best of it. What I've been doing, or what I'm going to do, is I brought a bunch of wood that I can just burn on. So I made this today. Just simple little wood burning on a scrap piece of, I think this is pine. So, you know, I thought we'd have like a $10 bin, you know? So I'm going to fill all these up. I'm also going to make heartburns as well, which won't be in the $10 bin, but anyway. But let me show you what it looks like when you come into the door. Okay? Let's see here. Oh, that's too cold. You know what? We're not going to go in there. We're not going to go out there. But this is what we see when we come in. I wish I could go a little wider. Thank you, Renee, for sharing this. So this is what you would see. I don't know how the picture quality is going to be, so I'm going to go slow and kind of show you kind of around. This is not actually going to go here. This actually goes on this nail right here. But I just put it here just because I needed to take the thumbnail, because this is where we've been doing our lives from, right here, right? But anyway, in our little room here, we have an array of stuff, but it's almost all mine. As a reminder, we're at 45B South Ave, Spruce Grove, by the way. And the building is, like, we're in the builder's den, which I can show you today. There's someone who's about to come in, so I'll probably just quiet down for a little bit, lest I embarrass them. They're here, I think, for a birthday party setup. They're hosting a birthday party here today, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna turn this down so I can think. We got these tunes. We got these tunes on this record player, thanks to Landon. If you guys watch Landon's channel. Oh yeah, we got balloons. Oh, she might just be delivering balloons. Let me open the door for her. Give me a second, guys. Hello.
Can you bring these in?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bring them in.
Hey. Hey. How are you? Is this just one builder's den, or it belongs to lots of builders?
Yeah, lots of builders
The
coming in
apostrophe
today.
should be at the end of the end.
No, I played with that 10,000 times, and of course you would do that. Is it builders or is it like the builders? Den?
Because
Aw.
but it's
I
yours,
know,
guess.
I
It's
know,
yours.
yeah. Come on.
I can't believe I'm here before them.
I can.
I'm always late.
Are you? Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
We're on.
Okay, anyways. Oh, thank you, Renee, for posting that. I've lost track. I didn't realize that they were going to come here this quickly. I thought I would have time, but there's many people arriving. So we're going to just kind of talk around them. The builder Den folks who work here or who own this place, they don't care that I'm doing this live video, but I don't want anyone else to feel awkward. So I'm just going to just kind of let things settle down for a minute here. Are you going to be the daily shop staff working there every day? Are you going to be the daily shop staff working there every day? No, I'm not. I'm just here today, and I'll be here. I will be here some days. Landon will be here some days. I'm sure Clint will be here some days. It just kind of depends. Yeah, they're coming in with more birthday stuff. And there's some kids arriving. So maybe, let's see here. What's in the brochure? The builder's den here. This is their brochure here. Let me open this up. They got a piñata.
Oh, it smells so good. Right? Do you want us to take our shoes off?
No, just bang them all.
Like,
Bang them all,
good.
pull them all. And come on
They're
back.
gonna be in big with Charlie. Bang, bang, bang.
Nice to meet you, Ben. We were yes. Online.
Online.
The place to go for all your woodworking and DIY projects. And then you can book. So if you're local and you need a makerspace, you can book classes like they're doing today, or you can just come here and make stuff with your own materials with their tools if you don't have tools. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But now that this room is empty, let's continue, okay? I should have done this a little earlier, but like I said, I just kind of got here, so let me kind of show you what we have. So basically everything here is just my stuff so far, because both Landon and Clint have jobs, whereas my job is to make stuff. So we have, basically I'll show you everything that we have. We have a little table here of cutting boards, of which I have an assortment like normal, right? I have them so you can flip through them like records, right? That one's backwards. Hold on a second. Sorry, this is kind of hard to do with one hand. I just don't want these to fall all over the place. But basically, you can flip through them as you wish. They're getting a little dusty here because the wood shop, right? But that's okay. It's just a little dust. Look at that one. I don't like oak, as you guys know, but oak and Purple Heart. What a beauty. What a beauty. It's bleeding oil a little bit still, as you can see, but that's okay. Gosh, man. I like that. Anyways, I'll fix that later. So I got these, different bins at different price points. I just made up random prices, whereas last time that you guys would have seen, I would have priced each board individually. So some of these I'm going to lose a bit of money on, unfortunately, or I'm not going to make the profit that I was hoping for, but I just don't want to individually price all of these like I normally do. So I just have it like this whole bin is 105. I'm going to have better tags too. I just did this because I didn't have time to make tags. Well, I had time to make them, but they're not here yet is what I mean to say. So yeah, because remember, we did this on very short notice. Now, the crown jewel of this place, I'm joking, I'm being a bit facetious, but I love this workbench so much. I love this workbench more than I love, no, I'm not going to say that actually, I'm just kidding. But I really love this workbench. So this is serving as a table, but it's also for sale. As you guys know, I like the crunchiness, right? I love reclaimed, upcycled, and I love the like the different aspects of it. I love that it looks nice. I love that it, you know, it's keeping waste down, and I love that it has a story. Now this workbench is not a real workbench. Like I made this, but I made it to look like it just came out of someone's like garage. So it's not necessarily a woodworker's workbench or a metal worker's workbench. This is a tinker's workbench. This is like, you know, your hobbyist or just your guy who does your, you know, who does their own repairs and such at home. Like let's say they have a broken lawnmower. They might slap it up here, do some work on it. If they need a weld, they got this little welding area here, right? A little metal area, of which I actually did do some metal work on. So all these scars and stuff in here, which might be a little hard to see depending on the lighting, those are real. I didn't just put those in there, like I didn't distress this on purpose. I actually made that bonsai tree on here, and I made this Christmas tree on there. I made some of these tree toppers on there, and a few other things. I also have another bonsai tree right here that I made on here as well. And then so it just got a little scarred up. Sorry if I'm going too fast. And so it has real whatchamacallit, because one thing that I don't like is the modern what would you call it, I don't know what the word is exactly, like the distressed aesthetic without the earned distress. Like it's fine if you need to match something, for example, but like I don't like that you can go to Home Depot and buy barn wood. It's not real barn wood, it's barn wood. And so I didn't want to have tinkerer's marks. I wanted to have tinkerer's marks. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And so I kind of just used my imagination as to what someone who would need a bench that maybe... actually, I'll explain why I decided to do this. So as you can see, I used 2 jacks, right? 2 scissor jacks here. They match, but they're different colors, which I love. I actually was going to just put 4 legs here, but I didn't have enough 4x4s. And so I was thinking 4x4s is kind of lame. I was going to have them half lap over here, because you can see I used some, I mean, this is crude. It's the best I could do in the haste I was in. So it's not terrible, but it's definitely not good. But that lends itself to the story. Now the story's made up, obviously. This is not a real workbench. So I'm kind of being a hypocrite at the same time as like preaching my philosophy. But I did do some joinery here, like that a tinker or a hobbyist or someone might do to slap together their workbench. But also it just has character. So I like these box joints in here, and I did these dados in here, right? I have everything attached with joinery. I also did put screws where you can't see them, just because I wanted it to hold. I mean, it is glued, but it's also screwed as well. Same within here. This is boxed out, or this is, what would you call it, dadoed out. And then I have this in here. This is the only new piece of lumber I had. Unfortunately, I didn't have any reclaimed 2x8, and I needed 2x8. But anyway, I didn't have any legs, which I was going to put here, or any 4x4s. So I was just looking around. What do I have? I had 2 scissor jacks, and I'm so glad I didn't have any 4x4s, because I probably would have just put those there, and I would have been like, that's good enough. I would have put in some bracing on the bottom. It would have looked nice, but this looks way cooler. And as you can see, I didn't actually have the time to clean these. They have some dirt in there. But if someone buys this, I will clean it up a little better. I just was in a rush. As you guys know, if you've been following along, this was like very last minute. Like, hey, we need a spot to sell this bench, a seat type bench, not a workbench. Clint and I, we made this bench. I really like it. And we didn't know where we could sell it that, you know, made sense for the price point that we want to put on it. And so I was like, let's open a store. And voila, we have this little area here. thanks to Tanya and Caitlin, I think her name's Caitlin, who are the owners and operators of this space. Needed a space so to sell this bench, and so here we are. We have this bench here. I'm kind of scattered all over the place because I have my thoughts bouncing off of everything because I did everything kind of all at once. So I kind of forget where I was going in the tour, but I guess I'll show you what is on top of the workbench. So we have some kick knives or triangle cutters, as I call them on my Instagram, if you follow my Instagram. Oh, someone dinged it a little bit here. That's kind of frustrating, but that's okay. This is made out of maple, swamp maple, a little bit of walnut, some purple heart, and then some spalted maple. So pretty. So pretty. And then this is an older one, oak and walnut, right? A couple other things. These are made by Landon, these bowls, made out of poplar. I wish you could reach to this screen and feel how smooth these are. So this stuff is made by Landon here. These are made by me, this and these and these. I should bring a duster so I can keep the dust off here, but check these out. These are always popular. These rail spike handled serving trays, cheese trays or whatever. They're so cool. Faux finishes. Yeah, I don't like faux finishes. Now, I understand if you need to match something, if you're doing repairs and stuff, that's fine. But I love how this bench here, like this was all cut. This is all, this was used by someone, cutting wood and stuff. So I just really like that look. So I needed to do something with this piece of wood here. So I brought it in, and then this is the other half of it. So I just sandwiched the two, and then I found two other reclaimed pieces of wood to put in the middle that also had distressing in there. And then to make it match, as I'm saying, I don't mind if you have to match things. I did some extra cuts that kind of make it so everything is cohesive. So there was real cuts in here, but then I put a fake cut in here, if you will. And then I also used this as a workbench. Like here, you might be able to see a bunch of scratches in here. I was cutting up a bunch of stuff. And so I instead of doing it on my workbench in my shop, I decided to do it on this piece here. Oh, Landon's here.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Not bad. I'm just showing people kind of what we have going on here. I keep dusting off everything because the dust is traveling in here, which is fine, but so yeah, love this workbench. And then these are some of the things that are on here. I like that crooked one, says Renee. This one, yeah, isn't that cool? I thought it would be cool to put it on this. This is just a rough cut piece of walnut, and I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. I haven't done one in walnut. I've only done them in teak and oak, but this time I did it in walnut. Everyone's saying hello, Landon. And then here we have one of our workbenches that we had in the shop. This is just a, something that you buy from a catalog or something like that. Nothing too, pretty about it or anything, but it is something that we actually used for a long time. This actually came from Clint's old shop, but we're just using it as for display. So this is our against the wall display here. I just have some stuff that I've made, such as this. Well, this was actually a collaboration I did between me and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of we have this animal here in Canada. It's very famous. It's a bucktooth, flat-tailed rodent. It's called a beaver. And so me and a beaver worked on this piece together. He made the woodworking part. I did the metalworking part in here to kind of go with what his vision was, or her vision. I actually never met them, so. But anyways, I found this in the Sturgeon River, as I was kayaking, and I was like, oh, I love pedestal art. I don't even know what you call it. When you make a pedestal and you have a thing. As you guys know, I don't really like abstract pieces, but when it's like abstract by nature, made by nature or something, then it's cool. I mean, I do like the occasional one, especially if it's the kind that's on a pedestal and you kind of put it on a table and it's just, you know, somewhere there. I like that. I think that's actually pretty cool. Hello, Birgit from Norway. Then a couple more cutting boards. This is, so I had Jaden helping me with the cutting boards this time around. And this is one that he screwed up the accent piece by accident. He broke it. It was a piece of walnut that crunched, and so he didn't screw up. I shouldn't say that, but just circumstance happened, and so he put in this piece of hard mahogany, and I freaking love it. It's almost better than what I had in mind. I always tell him, I'm like, hey, I don't care about your designs, my designs. I'm like, if you make better designs than me, then I'll care about them. But just, I always make what I call blanks. So I set up the different pieces of wood, then I get him to glue up, and then we do the rest, whatever. And I'm like, don't deviate from that, because then it'll, whatever. Just until he proves himself to me. That makes me kind of sound like a dick, and I don't mean for it to come off that way. It's just, when I had some of the other guys working for me, they would sometimes do things that I just didn't like at all, and so I would just cut them up, and then we would do other stuff with them. And so I didn't want that to happen, because we didn't have very much time. But anyways, he put in that piece of mahogany, and it is very, very nice. I actually really, really like it. I wish that I had known that he has a good eye for, you know, the mixing species of wood together, because it's fantastic. So yeah, really happy to have had Jaden working with me, because yeah, that's just such a nice piece. So I really like that piece, and I really like this piece here. This is my favorite one. We had this piece of live edge walnut here, and then I kind of did a faux finish here, which again, I'm not a huge fan of that type of stuff, but when it's something like this, it kind of works. So I really dig that. And then this is made by Landon. This is also made by Landon, made out of some spalted poplar, I think. It's got some green in there, so I'm pretty sure this is poplar. Just a nice little piece there. And then I have them on these little stands that I made out of plywood and hinges, and I wanted the stands to vastly contrast the piece it's holding, but I actually quite like them. I think they look cool. It's a good use of scrap wood. Hello, Rosie. Did you finish a new batch of cutting? It's still batch F, but yeah, I guess you could say so. Underneath, we have the hot dog that I had at my art show. Just kind of filler, if you will, just kind of showing the random other stuff that we do, because we're also taking commissions and stuff like that. It's part of my primitive examples collection. Hilarious. So I brought that in here yesterday. And then, so over here I have what we call the Christmas decoration display. So I found this little bench here at the take it or leave it at the dump, and I'm like, oh, that'll work for something. It doesn't really have much character to it, but it's old, and it's got years of kids scratching the crap out of it and abusing school property. I don't actually know where it came from. It doesn't have any markings on it that I saw, but I'm assuming it came out of like a school or someplace like that. But anyway, we set up this little bench here. Sorry about the glare coming in here. Let's see if I can, there we go. Do that a little bit. Sorry, now my hand is making things kind of fuzzy. But we have our little snowmen. I had to put their little strings on, but these little ornaments here. And then we have these stars made out of nails. Some more cutting boards just to fill things up. I got these little trees, right? These are made out of redwood. I actually got this. I might have it in an upcoming vlog. I got all this redwood from a lumber yard in Los Angeles and decided to bring it home. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I just like redwood. So I just made these redwood trees, which are just little Christmas decorations. Nice little price point on those. They're just 35 bucks. And then we got these stars over here. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if the audience here can tell me which one I didn't make. Hold on, let me do this. So we got this one here. Okay. This is, so let's start over. We got option A, option B, or option C. Which one did I not make, do you think? Option A, B, or C? Martha says B. Let me show you again. Scott says B. Rosie says C. Nadine B. Leia or Lay B. Tough Girl B. Everyone's saying B. A couple people are saying C. You guys are correct. It's B. Look at that piece of junk. That was made by that's Jaden's first welding project. It's not bad or anything. It's just it's not what I would do. But anyways, we thought we'd bring it in here anyway. I might just give that away to someone, honestly. But that's kind of hilarious. Not meaning to shit on him or anything, but he's learning. And then we made this little tree out of spoon handles, which I think is super cool. Oh, it's got this little angel on the top from a teaspoon. Thank you to whoever bought me all those teaspoons. The grandma teaspoons. The angel on there. I actually had a Santa up here, but I didn't realize these are made out of like lead or like pewter or something very low melting point. As I welded it onto here, the Santa, his legs melted, and like this little part in here melted, so he's all wobbly. So, whoops. So luckily I had an angel that I put on there. But yeah, good job, Jaden. Yes, absolutely, good job, Jaden. I probably sounded a little more critical than I meant to. But yeah, no, it's not bad. Anyways, so we got those, and underneath we got these little minions here, these little mosquitoes. And let's see here. We got this, as I showed. Bonsai tree, I wanted to make a couple of those. This one has like a little hollow in it. I don't know how well that, hold on, let me turn that around. I love that. Another little skeeter. And then here's another bench that we made of oak and walnut. I think it needs another oiling. But yeah, a couple more cutting boards over here. Oh, go ahead. Ignore me. Ignore me. Here's a mallet that Jaden made. That's kind of fun use of a knoll post. And then we put some, so this is fir, which is a hard-ish softwood. But just to guarantee that you can actually use the mallet, we put on some purple heart. And then we have a few more cutting boards here. Look at this one. Decided not to fill the hole. I actually really like that one. Another cutting board here. Or, I mean, bonsai tree. I don't know why I called it a cutting board. We got a Landon over here. We got the scorpion here, which is, yeah, this is an old sculpture. Oh yeah, we got these wall hangings.
Which way should this go? This way? This way? Or this way?
I think that way, myself.
To put by the other stuff.
So this is, like I was saying about abstract, guys. When abstract is made by nature, I think it's so cool. This was a collaboration between Douglas and Landon. That was a stupid, lame joke. That was the lamest joke. But that's Douglas fir. I'm assuming this was a beam of some sort that came out of some building demolition or something.
I think it was just a block that I picked up at my brother's house out in Vernon when I was doing some stuff out there that had just been laying outside for many years, and so just made some slices and mounted them on this.
So that's kind of cool, especially if you like that nature. This tree was decently old.
Yeah.
All right, if you can imagine, it probably went out a little ways this way as well.
The plywood backer here is just from my mom and dad's, just laying around. It's got that nice grade patina. Because on the back side you can see
fur.
it's nice fur. But this has got the really gray weathered. And then this frame is just some 1x4s left over from a project that I did for my daughter's when she danced for Pounded Hip Hop Studios.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So everything is just leftovers and laying around stuff.
Reclaimed scrap. Yeah.
Also this, I brought this over.
Oh yeah, a lamp piece. As you guys know, I like the crunchiness.
So this was just recycled off of an old light, which I think is kind of cool, the old glass. And then I've just got a little electric tea light in there. And you can't really tell right now, but when it's...
Oh gosh, the snow just fell off the roof.
Just full of old chocolate.
Missed it.
Nice.
Sorry.
That's right. When it's dark, the light coming off all these little glass triangles really emits like a really nice kind of light. So that is what that is about.
What else? What else is here? Oh yeah, this man just said dragonflies. I actually forgot to, I actually had, oh yes, over there. Let me finish over here and then we'll go back. Like I said, I'm a little scatterbrained all over the place.
Got you a cookie.
Oh nice, I got a cookie, guys.
Great North Cookie Co., local Spruce Grove. So there's cinnamon toast crunch, or that got squished in there, lemon meringue. So I will have whichever one you don't want.
Okay, well I'll have the cinnamon toast crunch. Actually, the lemon meringue. Actually, why don't you just give me both of them? Okay, let's continue. Oh, the blue Christmas tree, Martha. I don't know who made this. This is just one of the kids' projects, I think, that they offer for the kids' classes or something. I'm sure whatever kid made that would love to sell it to you, but I don't know. I have no idea how to contact them or whatever.
Which one do you actually want? Because I'm needing the other one right now.
Oh, just pick whichever. I'm clear. I'm good with both of them. Take this one, whichever that one is. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay, we got my Loch Ness Monster collaboration with W. Aaron. This is a fake signature. One of you guys told me about how these are made. Like, they're obviously mass made in China. They're just like a whole bunch are laid down. Someone paints them brushstroke by brushstroke along the line or whatever. So there's probably like 20 or 30 of paintings that look kind of exactly this picture. I mean, they all kind of look like this. Unrealistically huge trees oftentimes in them. A massively rung ladder. Look like those would be gigantic. Those would be like 6x6 rungs. That doesn't even, like, that would just be gigantic. That's not realistic at all. Anyways, I put the Loch Ness Monster in there, which I did in my live Bigfoot or Aliens series. I've only done 2 of those paintings so far, but I'll do more. I'll probably do more here. But yeah, kind of cool. Oh yeah, as I stated in the beginning of the video, I don't like this desk, neither does Landon. Actually, neither do they, but they reclaimed this from a conference table, and they were on a budget when they opened this place, I think. And so they just were meant to clad it, but they didn't have anything to clad it and didn't have time. So I just put some blueprints. I remember this blueprint was sent to me by someone who wanted me to potentially build that for my shop. It's much too small for what I have in mind for my shop, but I really like the blueprint. So I put that on here intentionally, and then I put a few other blueprints on there as well. Sorry, what?
You said that looks good. They've got a nice patina to them.
Oh yeah, they're actually from 1975. I don't know what that one's from, but these ones are from 1975. based off of one date. Well, the only date I found was November 75. So we just put that in front of there because before it was just a little bit of plywood and it just didn't look good. Not that I don't really like this either, honestly. I actually want to see if they have another sign of their logo to put over top of it, or even our "and" logo. We don't have our logo stuff in yet, but whatever. So that's that. The gentleman who was in here looking at the stuff, he mentioned the dragonflies, and I actually had a point coming, but which I'm just remembering now. So I drilled some holes in here so I could put these stands, right? Because these are meant to put in your garden. They're very expensive to ship, so usually when I make dragonflies for people who are getting me to ship them, I put legs on them. But dragonflies, when they're flying, their legs get tucked up tight, so I didn't put any legs on here. The only person who has a flying dragonfly with legs on a stick is Patricia George. Patty G in the audience. I don't know if she's still here. And it looks kind of weird, but I had already made it for her, and then she was like, oh, let's make a stick on it. And so I put a stick on it, so that's the only one. It's the only one I'll ever make, on purpose anyway. But I put these in here, and then I had one more right here, but I didn't have a place to put it, and so I just quickly just took this piece of hemlock or yellow fir, whatever it is, and I just drilled a hole in the knot and stuck this in there like so, and it's a great stand. Some people actually have these large pieces of timber as furniture in their house, which I think is hilarious. So I decided to bring that here, and we have a little stand. Then we have a few more boards. These are the bigger boards. I didn't actually mean for them to be off to the side like this. We actually are missing two surfaces that we haven't brought yet because one of them isn't made. Our couch that we were going to buy that was going to go here was sold, but to someone else. What an ass. What an ass. He didn't know that we were making this store. He didn't even know about it, so I'm just kidding. I'm being facetious. But there was a couch we were going to buy, and we were going to put it here so that you could sit here. And then we were going to have a coffee table here. This was going to be, I think, right here somewheres. I can't remember exactly what we had in mind, but unfortunately our plans were thwarted. So we didn't bring some stuff because there's no sense filling it up, seeing it doesn't fit with a different couch, and then having to change things. So this is kind of what we have here. Irene was kind enough to send me a picture of her dragonfly in her garden, which I am going to use as an example somewhere here. Like I said, we did this very, hastily, so we didn't have time to do everything, but I want to print off some pictures for examples. So if you guys have examples of my art in your house where you have it like on display, if you send me a picture of a close-up, it doesn't really work, but if you have like it displayed somewhere, I would love to be able to print off those pictures, put them in a book or put them in a frame or something, and put them somewhere where it would make sense. Maybe in the bathrooms. Yeah, maybe we'll put them in the bathrooms, which I think that's actually a fun idea. Then you can kind of see where it is. So just email me those, orderfromjosh@gmail.com. If nobody does, that's fine too. That doesn't bother me at all. But I think that would be fun. Okay, let's continue here. This is a little shanty, little folk art type piece that Landon made out of some scrap. Here's a Christmas tree that I made out of some scrap when I was demoing my the walls in my house, plus some extra scraps that I had. We just wanted it to look Christmassy. Now Clint, he's gonna bring some stuff as well. He's gonna have a couple guitars, which we'll probably put here or maybe there or somewhere. Maybe there. I'm not sure. But right here, his wife, Karen, is going to put a Christmas tree, which I think will be really cool. And she's going to decorate some stuff. And then we also need to get some light bulbs so the owners ordered these, but they didn't come with light bulbs. And they have these weird light bulb ends. And so we couldn't actually find any at at the home stores that we have. We couldn't find any at the orange one or the blue one or the red one, the Canadian Tire. So we need to order those on Amazon. I think they actually are ordered, so that's kind of a bummer. And then lastly, I guess, I'm probably forgetting some things, but again, this is just a all over the place sort of tour. We have this TNT stack, part of the Primitive Examples collection. You guys might recall from one of my vlogs. Let me just turn off this. Oh, it's this. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Landon was selling his house. We needed to stage it. We didn't need to. I just felt like it. Stage it with some art and furniture and stuff. He had this ammo box. I thought it would be fun to put some comically large TNT in it. So we made something basically exactly like this. I wanted to make another one because it was so... It literally helped sell his house, which I think is hilarious. So I wanted to make something like that. So I have this as part of that collection, the hot dog as part of that collection, and then as you guys might have seen, I've done a reel-to-reel camera, which actually Amy has. I didn't know how to repay Amy for all her help when she came for my whatchamacallit, my art show. She helped me quite a bit, so I just randomly gave her some stuff. I don't know if she actually wanted it, but she did take it. I also wanted to show you this. This is a mallet I made. I love large mallets. This is not a very practical mallet. It's more so for decoration, but I just think it's so cool. So we got some... I wish I would have ebonized this maple a little bit. It would have brought out the quilted pattern in there. But isn't that so pretty? The middle section is walnut. And then the ends, I'm thinking are ebony, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then the handle is maple. And the handle goes all the way up to here. I didn't want to go all too far because I didn't want it to peek out here because of the way I peened this. Oh, I just noticed I should have sanded that a little more. Ebony is hard to sand. It's very hard. I actually don't know if this is ironwood or ebony or what, but I just had two little pieces of it, and so I used one piece for this. I see I have some chip out here, which I wish I didn't have, but there it is. Oh yeah, and I also have this. I keep seeing more stuff. Semi-truck here. And then we have these little tree toppers. This bench here, which I love these old world style benches. They're just so fun. I really like them. So we built that bench, me and Clint. And then I was like, dude, I just want to build some benches. So then I built this one, which kind of has mid-century modern vibes, but I also wanted it to be old world style too, primitive-ish. I don't know. I need to emphasize the ish. But I intentionally left the burn marks in here. I just thought it looked cool for some reason. I was almost going to like take a torch to the end, but then I decided not to because I didn't want to ruin it. And then I put some mahogany legs on it, which are made out of just balusters from, you know, your standard railing. And then that one's made out of a piece of, I don't know what this wood is, but I've had it, intentionally kept it so I could make a bench out of it. So we have that. And then obviously our Bigfoot painting here. So this is our soft opening day. And this is what we have for now, but we will have more for our grand opening. It's not even a grand opening. It's just that December 1st will be the day where we have everything that we plan to have as our start, if you will. And of course, we'll keep making stuff as stuff sells. If it does, I don't know. This is an experiment, not even an experiment. This is just a fun project that we felt like doing very short notice. If you would like to come, we are going to be open every day, not Sundays, and maybe not Saturdays, I'm not sure. it just depends on how things go. Today is obviously Sunday, but we wanted it to be open from November 24th to December 24th, a good 30 days. But we'll be here, I would say we open, it's basically 11 to 7 is what our hours are going to be on weekdays. And then maybe on Saturdays too, but I can't be certain. One way to keep track of that is probably if you follow our social media. Should we open and Instagram?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Depends on me.
It depends on how we do it, right? I don't know if we're going to. We'll see. I literally don't know. We are just figuring this out. We've had this idea for a while, as you would have seen if you follow my Instagram. For my stories for I don't know how many days in a row, I just posted an "and" example every day for a while there, and that's kind of when it started. And I don't even know how we started talking about it, but that's just something that me and Landon wanted to do, and so we decided to do it. I also have this here. I forgot about this. Yeah. The address is 45B South Ave, Spruce Grove. This is a small parking lot, so you might have to park on the street because there's Raven Wolf next door, which is often busy. I don't think they're open on Sundays, but they're often busy. And then the rec center, whatever, the ice rink or whatever is next door is often, like their parking lot is small too, so they often park over here too. So there's that. We're right across from Joffrey's Water, Crystal Glass, and Hughes Gas Station. OK Tires over there. Part Stop is over there. I don't know, there's some other stuff. This is like the industrial area. So the reason why it's in the industrial area is because this is where, right here, this is, wait, I'm having trouble seeing it. This right here is Tanya, and this is her makerspace, and they have to have, for zoning, an industrial permit or something like that, and so she had to open up in this area. She actually wanted to open up in town, like in the town part of town, if you will, because she wanted to have a storefront, but it didn't work out that way. And so she actually didn't have a storefront inventory, and so that's how we came to be a part of this place. Now, if you want to kind of see what she has going on over here, I'm going to try not to make people feel awkward by going back here, but if you can imagine, these doors might be closed generally, right? So let me just close these up. So this is when you come, these doors might be open or might be closed. So it's kind of more or less like this, right? It actually makes that wall look super blank. There will be a Christmas tree here, but we'll see. But anyways, when you open the doors, you go into the makerspace, which again, you guys who are local and need a space for making stuff, if you don't have a garage, if you live in an apartment or like, you know, a small house, or your garage is being used for your car or whatever, you can rent space here. Right now they're doing like a special price, which is like $65 a month. That will change in time, so I don't know what it's going to go up to, but right now it's $65 a month, and you can use their tools and stuff. Obviously they're having a class here right now for a birthday party, but yeah, that's kind of a sick deal, and you use all their tools. So let me just, hopefully people don't feel awkward about me coming in here, but let me kind of show you what they have going on here. So I just don't want to get all these people on camera if they don't want to. We got all these work surfaces here, lamps, drill press, bandsaw, a saw stop, a miter saw, a jointer, belt sander, some dust collection, a thickness planer. This is insane. I don't even know why they have this. I wish I had this. This is a shaper, which is essentially just like a very big router. I wish I had this. but I don't. Maybe I'll rent space from them and I'll use it here. They have a lathe and then a grinder, and as they just opened, they opened a while ago, but they've actually planned on having more tools and being outfitted with more stuff in the future, I believe. And then obviously they got like this big workbench here, where you can have all your project space, and then more hand tools and stuff up here. I was trying to convince her to maybe just have all of one tool so that the battery families will work, but she actually was like donated a bunch of stuff because she does these kids classes a lot of the times, and so she wanted to have just kind of whatever she could have for when she has, like, as right now she has like, I don't know how many kids are there, like 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 14 people in there. I don't know how many kids are in there. 15, 16. There's 16 people in there right now. I don't know how many of them are kids, but anyway, yeah. So she has a bunch of like stuff that I think it's kind of weird to have, like, oh, let's have some of this and some of that and some of that, and we have to have a million different kinds of chargers. But I guess you get what you can get your hands on when you're on a budget or whatever. I don't actually know what their whole deal is necessarily, but just what I kind of gleaned from talking to them. But anyways, in any case, I'm actually super stoked to be here in this little space, because I've been thinking about doing this for a while again. I know some of you know my brother Will, and I used to have this store kind of like this, maybe, I don't even know how long ago now, maybe like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, maybe longer, I don't know, maybe shorter even. No, it would be longer. Maybe it's even 10 years ago now. I don't know, time is flying. I don't remember how long ago it was. But anyways, we rented some space in a store, like a handmade store, like where people would, well, I guess actually the owner owned all this stuff. The owner of the store owned all this stuff. And she would bring it in, like inventory or whatever that was handmade. It turned into a made in China, fake handmade, fake reclaimed type thing. And I never want to do that. So I never wanted to be in her store again. I actually thought about it for a bit. And then she told me that I should make stuff for her again, because I used to. And that's how I had a relationship with her. And then it kind of deviated from my goals. Or not my goals, what would you say? Like, kind of like my value in a place like that is like reclaimed and upcycled is kind of what I do, and it's what Landon does. So it's better. I don't know. I didn't want to be mixed in with other like stuff that is fake, handmade, fake, reclaimed. It's a very big like trendy type thing these days, which is nice, but obviously corporation is going to be like, well, hey, people like the look of it, maybe that's the only part that they like about it, and so let's just make things look reclaimed when it's brand new. They're cutting down a tree today, marking it up today, and selling it today, rather than having something that's like, you know, old, not necessarily even old, but something that's used, and rather than creating firewood out of it, you're creating some piece of art or whatever. A lot of our cutting boards even have reclaimed in them. Not everything, of course, but a lot of the, let me show you an example. This one here, a lot of the cherry that I have is all, let me turn that around so I can actually see what you guys are looking at. A lot of this cherry here is reclaimed. You can see there's a screw hole there. Look how nice that quilted cherry is. Dang, it's so nice. And then there's some ugly ass oak in there, just as an accent. And some, is that cherry or is that maple? Can't remember. Got some oak, maybe cherry, but it might be maple. some more oak, and then cherry. This actually came from a desk that I got off a guy at the dump. He had it in his truck. I was with Gramps. We were driving. I'm like, oh, I should get that desktop. That's like a nice piece of, glulam, pine or oak. That's usually what these desks are made out of, pine or oak. Sometimes you'll get a walnut one. Sometimes apparently you get a cherry one. I went up to the guy. I said, hey, are you throwing out the desk? He's like, I was going to put it in the take it or leave it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now the reason why I thought it was pine is because this kind of looks like pine. These were the drawers for it. These are actually cherry, but they're just plywood. So they're veneered cherry. But just the way that the color is, I'm like, well, that's not oak, as I was getting closer and closer. Because if you guys remember, my bathroom vanity has the same style of drawers, and it's made out of oak. I go up to it, and I'm like, oh, it's cherry. And I was a bit excited. And then I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say, oh, it's cherry. Because what if this guy goes, oh, I want to keep it now. But he was just using his bench as or his desk as a workbench for working on RC cars or something like that. And then he got a different bench or something, and so he didn't need the desk anymore. And so I was stoked to take it. I've been holding onto that cherry for a while, and I finally made some use of it. So I actually used a lot of cherry in these cutting boards. And so all that's reclaimed. And then there's, like Purple Heart is never reclaimed. Like, this doesn't grow here, right? It grows in like South America, Africa, I don't know where else. Maybe in Asia, I'm not sure. But it's so pretty. But that's a little scrap piece. I actually did that because this piece of walnut, as I was routing it, it exploded. I was like, what the heck? So the handle got really short. So then I glued this Purple Heart to the walnut. But then when I routed it again, the freaking Purple Heart exploded. I think I had the router on too fast, and so it just exploded. So then I got this piece of swamp maple in here, and then, yeah, made some use of some very small scraps, and I just think that's super, super pretty. What a nice charcuterie board. And then this walnut was harvested off of my grandfather's land. The walnut and the swamp maple were both harvested off my grandfather's land, which he's very selective of how he harvests trees on his land. He's got like 500 acres or 600 acres or something like that. Hello. So I think that's super cool. Need to work on that poker face, Josh. Wait, what did I do? Oh, with the, oh, it's cherry. Yeah, I should have been like, it's cherry, I guess I'll take it. He was dropping it off, right? I don't feel bad about taking it.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, they're picking up their projects from yesterday. Anyways. We were flying to San Fran for Christmas. When I asked my granddaughter what she wanted to do for her 21st birthday, she said she wanted to visit her uncle. That was great for me, get to see my son. Oh, well, that's nice. Trendy? I want to make a piñata for kids' parties out of rusty rebar and splintered wood. Dude, that's hilarious. Let's see here. I want to see. Well, now you can use it. Yeah, the shaper. Yeah. We have something similar to this in Nottingham. You pay monthly and get to use all their kit. I've considered going to just use the laser cutter. Yeah, I wish this place had a laser cutter or a CNC for some of the things that I've wanted to do. I actually almost, because Jaden is working for me now, I almost bought a CNC laser, which I don't know if that means what I think it means. Like, is it a laser thing? but also it has a cutter head on it as well. I don't know, like is it either or? I don't know. I almost got it. I'm not have no interested in learning that technology, but sometimes you need something that's like super precise in lettering or whatever that I don't want to cut out on the bandsaw or whatever. Or if I want to put like the little monogram, or would you call it a monogram? Little logos on things, I can do that with the laser. I asked him, I was like, dude, would you be willing to learn this? And he's like, dude, yeah, I've already done this in school. And so he graduated high school last year, I want to say, last year. And so he's not sure what he wants to do, like, for his career path. But working for me, he made $41 an hour. So he's pretty stoked about that. Now, I don't need him anymore, so he only worked for me for 12 days, I think 12 days. But if this randomly became super wildly successful, then I would just be like, okay, let's keep making cutting. Okay, sure. Do you feel like bringing more like cookies and donuts and stuff? Do you feel like bringing me some honey? Because I forgot to put honey in my tea. I'll pay you back if you're going to the grocery store. If you're not going to the grocery store, don't worry about it.
If I go home, but I'm going to pick up Melody, and I'm not sure if she's going to her friend's house or what's going on.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I was just trying to I was trying to be lazy. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of what we have going on here at this little store. I'll do another live video where hopefully it'll be a little more cohesive. I won't have my tongue tied around my throat when I kind of do the walkthrough. But this is the soft opening day where we have all this stuff here. No one knows about us except for you. We haven't done any advertising. We haven't done anything because we've just been making stuff and in doing the soft renovations. We still need to get a light for here. That's up to the owners to actually do the lights. We just did the electric for them, and then obviously the painting and stuff. And they haven't had time either, unfortunately. It's not a big deal. Like, this is like a big spring on everyone because we just kind of had the idea just a couple weeks ago, and we're like, okay, let's do this. Kim Wag says, this is fabulous. Congratulations. Well, thank you. Josh, we are used to getting lives from you from your home and having Ashley in the background. Please say hi to her. Her giggle is missed. Her giggle? All right, I will say hi to her for you. Can you show the tree again? I missed it. I'm assuming you mean, hold on. There's this tree here, the spoon's eye. There's that tree there, also a spoon's eye. And then there's this tree here, which is made out of scrap wood. I know on my commission list I was supposed to make a star like this for someone, and then I never got around to it, and I feel bad for that. I don't remember who it was, but I was looking in my commission book because I've been working on my commissions, and yeah, I should do that. I should send it off to them, whoever they are. I should make more of those because I have like so much room in this bin for more tree topper stars. I did this style because I forgot actually what this, more snow fell down. I forgot what this style looked like, so I just did this. It's a little smaller. These ones were kind of a pain in the butt. I don't have any more nails like this. As you guys know, as I've been saying, I do reclaimed and upcycled, so these nails actually came from some place. I don't remember where. I had them in a blue bucket. I don't have any more of those, so I only made 1, 2, 3, 4. I only made 4 of those, and then I made some of these bigger ones. These are kind of just, I didn't know, I don't like to make lame stuff, so I didn't know what to, I didn't know what to make. But some people like this, you know, more simple stuff. So I you know, I was like, you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world to make something like this. It's not necessarily lame either. It's just something that there's no wow factor to it. It's cool, but it's just like, it's not as cool as this bench. I love making stuff like this. I just love this bench. So these right here, I don't know what you would call them, tenons, I guess. Not really though, because they're separate pieces, but these run all the way through the bench to the other side. But you might notice that we have a transition here. So this, we have the end grain here, where we have the long grain here, because I actually wasn't sure I was going to put this on here yet, but then I did, and I don't know, I love this thing. I freaking love it. You don't even know. By the way, can anyone tell me, what kind of wood is this? Is anyone here an expert in wood? Is this poplar? I think it's poplar, but I'm not sure. This is the natural bare wood. It's got some punky spalting in here, right? Sorry, that backlight is probably not great. All right, we got some spalting going on. I just think this is so cool. Anyway, let me know in the comments if everyone knows. What are the prices on the 3 benches? I'm assuming you mean these sitting benches? Because for like those 3 benches, that's the only one that we're selling. That one's, no one would want to buy that. And this is actually not a bench. It's just a crunchy couple of, what do you call them? Sawhorses with some wood on top. That you can't even see, but we just needed something to put these drawers on. So I'm assuming you mean these. So this is the whole reason for the store, as I said. This one we would like to get 400. This is in Canadian dollars, by the way, $400. This one we would like to get $400. It's made out of solid oak and solid walnut and then mahogany legs. And then this one here, this is, in some ways, people think this, the people who have seen them have told me this is the coolest one, because it looks like it came out of like some medieval freaking stable or something. This one we would like to get $200 for. Sorry about that glare, I can't really get out of the glare. Here we go. But yeah, that's it. That's our little store here. Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you this. We have this dough bowl here. Wow, we're so dusty. Maybe I will close these doors when they have classes. I won't do it today though, because they've had it open to start with, so I don't want to make anyone feel weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna be chilling here with my wood burner. I'm going to be making some heartburns and some trees for the $5 bin or the $10 bin or whatever. I forget what I said at the beginning of this video. I have one more favor to ask of you guys. If you have a heartburn, there's the snow removal is here. If you have a heartburn, I can't remember what number I'm on. Am I on number like 28 or am I on number 38? I don't remember. I used to remember it because I used to like have a good memory, but now my memory is like kind of crap. Does anyone remember? $10 bin. Thank you, Martha. I'm guessing no after church today. Oh, there's going to be an after church today. Don't worry about that. How much for the workbench? Oh, wait, who? Yes, the sitting mansion. Do you know the height? Okay, hold on. Let's figure out the height of these. These are like, I made them to my height, like my comfortable sitting height, right? So, I don't know where this tape measure has been. It's not mine. So it's roughly 16 inches, or more on the sitting, yeah, roughly 16 inches. About 30.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Okay, so that's that one. This one is 15.5 inches, okay, by, come on, by 25.5 inches by 9 inches. And then the other one here, they should be all roughly the same height. Almost 15 inches, okay, by 32 inches by 6.5 inches. Now, I'm the only person who sat on, oh, actually Clint sat on that one and that one. I don't know how much he weighs, probably like 250, 230, 40, somewhere in there. I don't know, I'm not very good at guessing that. And it held his weight fine. I weigh 165-ish, and it holds me obviously fine. And so I don't really know what is the maximum weight they can handle, but at least without any creaking or groaning of the wood or anything like that, at least whatever Clint weighs, and he's a big guy, right? He's like 6 something and kind of fat, so he's got some weight to him, and he sat on them no problem whatsoever. So there's that. As for the workbench, yeah, I am selling this thing, but let me tell you, this is going to be a fine furniture piece price. When I first made it, I was like, how much could I get for this? But then I thought, I don't care how much I can get for it. I care about how much I want for it. Like, I'm looking at the stuff that you get from the brick. I'm like, okay, $1,500 for a coffee table. That makes sense, I guess, for something that's mass produced and not that nice, but somehow has a name behind it. I don't know if it was the brick or whatever I was looking at. I can't remember. And then I looked at like some place that sells like more high-end stuff, and I was like, $5,000 for a coffee table? And then I was like, So then I was like, what about a one-off piece? And then I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna try to ask $2,000 for this. But then as I kept making it, I was like, you know, I can't let it go for $2,000. These are Canadian prices, by the way. Whoops. I said I have to get at least $3,600 out of it. And if no one ever buys it, I don't care. It's gonna go in my house. It's so cool. And Ashley loves it too. So I don't care if I don't sell it. I don't know why I'm justifying my price. It's just what it is. The price is what it is. So if anyone wants that, 3,600 Canadian. I don't know what that's in American. That's probably like $47 or something American. So if you're American, keep in mind there also would be shipping on that, which might be a lot. It does actually shrink down because it's on these scissor jacks, right? So these scissor jacks, right, it can go down. Right, I don't know how low it actually would go, probably to about this height. So you could actually have it as a coffee table. Kind of a shallow coffee table, but that would be sick. Actually, you know what, if Ashley and I keep it, we probably will use it as our coffee table. God, I love it so much. Hello, Karen. Josh, if you're serious about the CNC laser machine, White Cottage Company just announced a fantastic discount on our YouTube channel. Oh, the CNC whatever machine that I was looking at was like $5,700. So if it costs that or less, then it would be something that I'd be interested in possibly. Although I kind of spent all my money here in the last little while, so I probably wouldn't be looking at the moment. I almost bought it in the moment. Now I'm kind of just like, meh, you know. But yeah, it would be something that I would look into. I never knew you could rate heartburn. To me, it's just always bad. What? Rate it? Do the jacks actually work? Yeah, they work. I was actually going to make a handle for them so that you could just do it instead of doing it. Like, it comes with like those, excuse me, that kind of jack comes with one of those like what you do it with the tire iron or whatever, like the cross tire iron. I think that's what the picture showed, but I don't know. I don't know if I would do it like that. It doesn't really make sense to me because you would, like, if it's close to the floor, you kind of, I feel like you would hit the floor. I'm not sure if these people want to come in or not. Oh no, they're next door. Next door. In that case, everyone join Josh's Patreon and be in the after church chat in about an hour. Oh, thank you, Renee. I don't understand the heartburn numbers. Oh, I make these little sculptural wood burning pieces, right? Out of these pieces of oak. Hello. And I just wood burn on a heart, like a human heart shape. So if you've gotten a heartburn from me, let me know what number. Martha's on number 28. Jane is number 30. Amy's number 22. Okay, so we're at least on number 31. But I think I remember doing at least number 32. Renee is holding out for heartburn 138. I was remembering this the other day. I was like, who told me that they wanted a certain number? I know that Amy wants a certain number for my lino cut, and I can't remember which one that is, but I should make those. Man, it's already been like 4 years or longer where I said I was going to do that, and then I didn't.
It might be next door.
I didn't do it. I didn't keep making them, which is a bummer.
Front door open.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I will be out there in like 2 minutes.
Front door open.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing the link. If this link works, it's an example of Josh's heartburns. They're gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Josh, did you read my asking you to make a lazy Susan for me? I don't think I saw that anywhere, but if you email me, orderfromjosh@gmail.com, that would be great. 3,600 is 2,500 USD. Okay. I thought the coffee table should be in the 4,500 range. Oh, appreciate it.
Front door open.
So you just want everybody here to back up 2 feet?
Okay. I thought you sent out number 38, but it's been a while since you talked about it. Mine was made in 2021. Dang. Maybe I should start on 39. Anyways, guys, I gotta move my truck, so I'm gonna go. This was fun to show you guys around. I will be back on December 1st to show you like hopefully it's done. It might be on the 1st, it might be on another day. Are you not moving back? Do we not have to?
Mine too. Yours.
Oh, just mine.
Yours and yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just stay tuned for that, and I'll make some social media posts as well. All right? All right. Thank you so much. Once again, this is at 45B South Ave, Spruce Grove, 11 to 7 until December 24th. All right? I'll see you guys later. Come on. Thanks for hanging out. I got to go move my truck. See you later.